Greetings, fire signs, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums for your August Astro-Tarot reading. This is for the fire signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. So there's a lot of energies going on in the month of August. We had some very powerful aspects happening in July. I mean, this whole year has had very rare and unusual and very powerful planetary movements. So, starting with Saturday, August 1st, we have the celebration of Lammas, also known as Lugnasad. It is the celebration of the first harvest. So this is a day of gratitude and celebration for all that sun and earth has provided for us in our gardens to support us. Then on Wednesday, August 12th, we have the Leo new moon with a solar eclipse. Now, keep in mind, the sun is the ruling planet of Leo, and this solar eclipse is occurring in Leo. So, even though we may not see the solar eclipse, we're still going to feel the impact of that energy globally. And that will occur, well, the sun and moon will conjunct at 10:37 a.m. Pacific time or 1:37 p.m. Eastern time. So please adjust to your location on the planet. We also have a Pisces full moon occurring on Thursday or Friday, depending on where you're at on the world. Uh, August 27th or 28th, we have the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. And this is when the Pisces moon opposes the Virgo sun. And that will be at that'll oppose at 9:18 p.m. Pacific time on the 27th, and then on the 28th, 12:18 a.m. Eastern time. So again, adjust to your location on the planet. So that's big energy right there, the solar and lunar eclipses. We also have a shift with our lunar nodes. The north node is in Aquarius, the south node is in Leo, and north node is kind of like our North Star, our guiding light, where we're trying to go towards. And with that Aquarius energy, this is about your personal freedom, creating your own rules, living your life authentically. And sometimes you might be deliberately breaking some traditions because we do have Pluto also in Aquarius, which is about transformation, permanent changes. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, the underworld, the unconscious, the shadow self. And within your shadow, your new authentic self wants to rise up and be true to itself. And with the South Node in Leo, South Node is more of like what we're letting go of to allow for this transformation to occur with this Aquarius energy that is being influenced by Pluto being in Aquarius, the opposition of Leo. And Leo energy, it's ruled by the sun and it wants to shine and be noticed. Now, with Leo node being in Leo, or the moon node being in Leo, this doesn't mean that you're dulling your shine. Some of you may have had your shine dulled already, and this could be, you know what, I'm not going to care about what other people think of my authentic self. I am going to shine. I'm going to sweep and dust off the dirt and smudges and put downs that everyone has put on me and shine. And with that moon, it's going to glow. So you want to shine and be noticed, but you might want to check in so that you're not being, egotistical or egocentric. That is something that can be let go of, because Leo is also about creativity that amazes and delights everyone. Leo wants to shine and be creative, and it wants to have fun. So this is a time to have some fun, to be creative as you are reinventing yourself. Now, this is, you know, give and take. This is, we're all going to make mistakes as we're reinventing ourselves. It's like going into the store and changing your wardrobe to see what clothes fit your self expression. And this is a time for self expression. Okay, and a couple other things that are worth noting for the August season is Chiron is going to retrograde in Aries on Monday, August 3rd. Now, with Chiron coming back into Aries, it did stick its toe there in uh, Taurus, but now it's coming back and it's reviewing itself, because Aries is the first sign in the astro wheel, and it is about self observing and how you want to project yourself in the world. Aries is also about leadership, taking a lead role in who you want to become. And Chiron, the wounded healer, knows the wounds and has the ability to heal because it's familiar with the wounds, and you too are familiar with your wounds, and you might be able to relate to this on a collective level as well. But this is about self healing, and by healing yourself, you prepare yourself to be the kind of person you want to be in the world, and that has a part in the collective. We also have the sun moving into Virgo on Saturday, August 22nd. So happy birthday to the Leos, since this is for the fire signs. The first reading will be for Aries, the second reading will be for Leo, and the third reading will be for Sagittarius. Please keep in mind that these are general tarot readings meant for the fire signs, sun, moon, and or rising. So please only go with the messages that resonate with you. And I will begin with Aries, and there will be timestamps down below in the description for the other two fire signs, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, Aries, and welcome to your Astro Tarot reading for the month of August. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. So please only go with the messages that resonate with you. And let's dive in. We're going to begin your reading with Seasons of the Witch, the Lammas Oracle, because we kick off the month on August 1st with Lammas, also known as Lugnasad. It is a celebration of the first harvest. And we begin with Harvest Basket with number 26. It's time to gather the fruits of your hard work and dedication. Okay, I am going to read the meaning of your card from the Seasons of the Witch, Lammas Oracle. Okay, so Harvest Basket. The key words here is accumulating resources, seeking abundance and nourishment. It's time to gather the fruits of your hard work and dedication. Okay, harvest time is upon you, darling, but your garden isn't going to pick itself. It's time for you to get out there and start collecting the results of your hard work and dedication. You didn't come this far and put in all this effort just to sit on this far. Oh, just to sit on the sidelines while life passes you by. This is your push to start using all of your skills, resources, and experience to facilitate something magnificent. This card will appear in a reading when you are ready to invest in the next level of your journey, like investing your savings into starting a business or buying a house. It can also mean an opportunity will appear that is much bigger than anything you've ever done. While it may seem as though you are not ready for this challenge, you have already accumulated more than enough to thrive in a much grander position. This is a very positive card for you if you are seeking a promotion or to expand a business. For relationships, this card can mean having higher standards, seek people who are more like who you want to be, and can help you rise above your current circumstances. Okay, and I think that this is a great card for Aries, because you are the first house of the astro wheel. And this is Aries is about who you are. And Aries can be impatient, it can be hot-tempered, but it's that spark that starts the astro wheel. So you are the first fire that gets things going and expanding. Okay, let's get you a Sun Oracle card. And we have for you, Aries, beginnings with number 13 and Aurora. I like this because it goes so well with the harvest basket. You are reinventing yourself. You're rising to the next level. And that in itself is a new beginning. Okay, and with the Comfy Cozy Witch, this card dropped out, and it's Rosemary with memory and ancestors. So for some of you, I suddenly got with that card, I saw doing genealogy work, understanding where you came from, understanding your roots. This is also memory. So you might be reminiscing in the things that you did this summer as we begin to come to the end of summer and we are bringing in the harvest, and you could be experiencing a lot of nostalgia at this time. Okay, and let's get you a magical spell card for your month of August, Aries. And if you notice on this card, the key word for Aries is act. To take action. Okay, your magical spell card is Peace with number 9. Bridget, goddess in your sacred name, a light within me, my peace flame. So I feel like that you are trying to make peace, perhaps making peace with your past, understanding your ancestors, what they went through, also understanding perhaps some of that generational trauma that you might be carrying. And it's just time to let that go because it's no longer yours to carry. We have the harvest basket. What is it that you want to harvest? And let's dive deeper into this with the tarot. I'm using the Zodiac Tarot for this. And we begin with the Knight of Cups. Okay, love. This is beautiful. The Knights are instigators of change, and this could mean that you have a change of heart about something. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is about giving and receiving. This is also about karma balance. And this is with the moon in Taurus. Next, we have the King of Wands, the King of Fire, And this is about taking action on your ideas, your inspiration, because your ideas come out of your inspiration and you come up with a plan on what it is that you want to do next. And then we have the Four of Cups. And this card can be uncertainty, weariness, you're kind of tired of it all. You've tried several different things, but nothing has really worked out to your satisfaction. But here we have Spirit is bringing you the fourth cup. Spirit is giving you what is needed to make these other four cups. So this is a time for alchemy. You mix the four cups, and this is like the magic ingredient. This could be somebody coming in with love, with that Knight of Cups, to help you shift your perspective to see what is possible. Let's get some clarifying cards here for you. And I do feel like that goes with the Six of Pentacles, somebody coming in and giving you assistance with your ideas, so that maybe just as a sounding board to listen to your ideas. And by you talking about it, it gives you the time to kind of bounce your ideas off of somebody else. And sometimes just hearing it out loud, you come up with a plan, or maybe somebody makes a suggestion to you, and the things that you want to accomplish kind of fall into place and you see a path forward. And I do feel like that this gift could come out of nowhere. This could just come out uh, from a book you're reading, a show that you're watching. Somebody says something and something clicks. This could be a stranger, that, a cashier or something that you run into out in the public, and they just say something to you, and it makes the rest of your ideas fall into place and click together. Okay, we do have a flipper here, the High Priestess. I like this because the sky's the limit with her. And she is asking you to tune into your own intuition, to listen to how spirit is guiding you, especially with that Four of Cups, and you getting this fourth cup from spirit, and it's being given to you in the form of, it's being given to you with love. And notice how this knight is also bringing a cup. And I do feel like that this is with love, and you are meant to tune into that. On the Six of Pentacles, we have the moon. Okay, we do have the lunar eclipse, the Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, and that's going to occur on Thursday or Friday, August 27th or 28th, depending on where you live. And the moon is asking you to stay true to your path. Don't wander off your path. And this can also be about dreams. So pay attention to your dreams with this High Priestess card, because some of the information that you're downloading could come to you in the form of dreams or meditation. And the moon is also about things they're not always as they appear to be, because we have the moon shadows, and those shift with the phases of the moon. The moon rules over our emotional bodies. And so don't second guess yourself, but also take caution, because when you feel like things aren't going right, that is the universe giving you a sign that you're coming off your true path, and you need to make a shift to return to your path. And sometimes we wander way off our path, And it may take a little while to get us back to our path, but we know we're on the right path when we start experiencing the synchronicities and things falling into place and things working out in our favor. On the King of Wands, we have Temperance. This is a card of alchemy. It's a card of self-alchemy. It is balancing your emotional body with your physical body and your mental body, your ideas, how you're manifesting that. How do you feel about that? And you're meant to really trust your feelings right now. And there are big changes occurring with, and the Temperance is saying that, it's time to take your ideas and inspiration and play around with it, have fun with it. This is a card of initiation before you step on your true path. So this is a card of preparation to getting back on your path. On the Four of Cups, we have the Three of Wands. Be patient with yourself. Your ships are coming in. And for this, it's the surfer looking for the right wave to ride. But in the process of waiting for the perfect wave, you have to practice on the other wave so that when that perfect wave comes around, you can master riding that wave, riding the flow of energy. But it does take practice, and you'll get better with more practice. And, again, it's a card of patience. It's not one of the strengths of Aries because they can be impatient. They're a sign of action. They want to act now, and sometimes they can be impulsive. And that's okay. But this is asking you to take time to prepare, tune in with your emotions, stay on your true path, check in with yourself. Are you wandering off your path? Have you lost your way? And if so, the High Priestess, your intuition, will guide you back to your path. So let's get you a Dark Moon Oracle card. And we have for you Aries, Medusa with number 29. Okay, Medusa used to be a priestess of the Athena temple, and Poseidon took her and had his way with her. And when she came back, uh, she could no longer be a priestess of Athena. So Medusa represents, she's fierce. So her meaning is arguably the most misunderstood of all the goddesses. Medusa represents the woman who scares men and the powerful goddess cut off by a jealous rival. Don't shrink from this card. Medusa's superpower, very feminine energy, has been misunderstood and misrepresented for eons. Her appearance when you draw this card suggests there is a misunderstanding at best and a betrayal at worst in your current situation. Chances are you need to work with a very deep emotional wound. And I feel like that has to do with this moon card on the Six of Pentacles. There's a giving and receiving here. Do you have issues with giving and receiving? Because some people feel uncomfortable when they receive, when they need help. They have a difficult time in asking for help because when they were growing up, no one was there to help them. Okay, so chances are you need to work with a very deep emotional wound. And this could also be a generational wound, as I mentioned with the rosemary, with your memory and ancestors. There is something there that needs to be healed so that you can let go of it. It's not yours to hold, not anymore. So aligned with the energy of Leo, and that's very interesting because we will have the Leo new moon this month, and that will accompany the solar eclipse. So I feel like that the solar eclipse and the new moon in Leo is going to be powerful for you because that energy is going to trine with the Aries energy. And Medusa calls you to rise from whatever painful situation you're in to reclaim your inner strength. Turn whatever has happened into a stepping stone towards empowerment. Let that inspire you. Think of how many songs have been inspired and written out of pain, out of suffering, out of struggling, especially with relationships. Okay, for many goddess scholars, Medusa represents the decapitation of the matriarchy by the patriarchy. You know, this was suppressing the feminine. And I don't need to get into that. If you're a woman, you understand intimately the suppression of the feminine energy. I mean, just look at how our planet, our Mother Earth, and Mother Nature have been treated and abused. And, you know, women are still struggling for same job, equal pay to men. Okay, so a moment when our untamed feminine energy was oppressed, she also embodies the rebirth that often follows betrayal. When we use our pain as fuel to transform ourselves, Medusa's energy empowers you to reclaim your own voice now. Be fierce, even if it feels like the world wants you to shrink or conform. You don't need anyone's approval to express your full self. You are the one who defines your path, your power, and your identity. And additional meanings for this card is remember you have the power to rise again. And to me, I see that with this Temperance card on the King of Wands. I feel like that you are rising. I mean, the King of Wands is the highest of the pip cards, the lower arcana cards. The king is regal, royal, noble, and you are rising up from that oppression and reclaiming that energy that is you. Okay, don't let betrayal define you. Reject those who want you to shrink. So, anyone who is trying to make you feel small or not discouraging you from being your true self, those are the people, they're signaling that they want to control you. They want to take your power away from you. And so don't let that define you. And, you know, reject them who want you to shrink. Reclaim your voice and your space. Turn your enemies to stone because that's what Medusa is famous for. And let's get a couple cards from the Isis Oracle. Spirit guided me to this deck for the August readings. So I don't argue with Spirit. And we have for you, Aries, here is your artwork. And your message is soul retrieval. How beautiful is this with the reading? You know, you have your memory and ancestors. We have the Temperance card. We have the moon where you're going into the deep emotions. We have the High Priestess who is guiding you in that energy. We have three high arcana cards here with the High Priestess, the Moon, and Temperance. So I do see a rise in feminine energy because the Moon is feminine energy. Even though Medusa is ruled by Leo and Leo is ruled by the Sun, masculine energy, I find that there's a balance here. So with the soul retrieval, Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. And I think that is beautiful, especially with Chiron, the wounded warrior, retrograding back into your sign, Aries. Then we have this card. This is your artwork. And we have Serpent of Fire, and you are a fire sign. You're the spark that begins the astral wheel. Do not assess your current ability based on the past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn to afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. That is very beautiful. Here is your next card, and we have Divine Sisterhood. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendship is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born, who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. And I do feel like that has to do with the Temperance card, as well as the memory and ancestors, as well as healing the feminine wound. And again, this can be a generational or ancestral feminine wound that has you inherited, and you are part of that healing, and you are now being asked to do that transformation, and that's that temperance and reclaiming your power and allowing yourself to receive so that you can give back. And your final card here is your artwork, and we have Portal of Light. I really like this because the 8-8 portal is coming up, and it is a powerful portal. That'll be August 8th, of course. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confounds of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. And when I was reading that part about space and time and healing beyond that, it made me think of Reiki, because the symbol Hanshanze Shonen it's not confined to time and space. You can use Hanshanze Shonen to send Reiki energy back into the past to heal your child. You could even send it further back into your ancestors and do some healing there as well, and then bring it forth to the present. So, this is your reading for August, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Please let me know in the comments and give this video a like if you enjoy this video, and because it helps this channel. And until next time, take care and have fun in the sun in the month of August. Blessed be. Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome for your August reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, so please only go with the messages that resonate with you. We're going to begin your reading with the Seasons of the Witch, Lammas Oracle, because Lammas occurs on August 1st and kicks off the month with that. So let's get you your card, and we have for you Sunflower with number 38. Follow your bliss and watch as things that are meant for you come home to you. That is beautiful. I feel like that things are falling into place for you finally, Leo, because I myself am a Leo, and life has been very challenging for a long time, and it feels like that my creativity is starting to rise and I'm more inspired, I'm being more creative, and I that's my bliss and I'm following my bliss. I enjoy doing these tarot readings and I enjoy doing art and gardening and being out in nature and being inspired by nature. That is my cat Lou barging in. So let's read more about the sunflowers from the Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. Okay, so the keywords are energy, power, and joy. Let your joy be the energy and power that helps you to flow. So follow your bliss and watch as things that are meant for you come home to you. So a sunflower does not apologize for its commanding brightness and tall regal stalks. It follows the sun from morning until sunset, taking in all of the light from the and nutrients of a warm sunny day. And you should not apologize for your joy either. You have the right to celebrate your wins, acknowledge your power, and lean in the sweetness of a life you have envisioned for yourself. There's no need to be arrogant or rude or flaunt your desires in a way that diminishes others. And there is also no need to feel guilty for wanting what you want or being who you are. Following your bliss is how you attract the things that are meant for you and how you energize your life the same way as a sunflower follows the sun to grow and thrive. If your desire is to live a quiet life in the country, then do it. If you would rather be a glamour queen strutting in your stilettos, then let that diva come out. And there's no reason why you can't be both. If you feel if you feel called to be an employee rather than starting a business or vice versa, paint or enjoy being a stay at home parent, then let your choice be a reflection of who you are and not anyone's expectations of you. No one else's opinion matters. If you give up on your dreams because it makes others uncomfortable, it only means that there are two miserable people instead of one. Take your power, Leo. The sun and Jupiter are joined together in the sign of Leo at this time. And even though you have Pluto in Aquarius, you can utilize that Aquarian energy, that Pluto Aquarian energy that is asking you to shed the expectations of others and be your true self, to reinvent yourself to the person that you desire to be. So let's get you a Queen of the Sun card because Sun is the ruling planet of Leo. And if you look here, Leo is meant to shine. And we have for you number 34 with Samhain, possibility. Now, Samhain is equivalent to Halloween. And I don't know about you, but Halloween is one of my favorite holidays because I can allow my witchy self to be myself. And at the bottom of the deck, we have power, Queen of the Sun. And I'm going to put her over here because that seems very powerful to me in this reading. She is the Queen of the Sun, just as The sun is the ruler of Leo, and you are being asked to follow your bliss, just as the sunflower follows the sun of your power. Open up to the possibilities that are there for you. Let's get you a card from the Comfy Cozy Witch. Okay, and we have for you, Leo, Spirit. Oh, look at this. Be your true witchy self, guides and other world. Spirit. What is your spirit calling you to do? Follow your bliss. Let spirit guide you and attract to you all that you delight in, that brings you happiness, and to believe in yourself. Okay, let's get you a magical spell card, because that's always fun. It's good to do magic any time of the year. Whenever spirit calls you to do magic, you should. Okay, we have for you joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. With number 16. You know, I feel like that's the joy of the sun shining on you. I feel called to pull up this card. Number 1, love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. And at the bottom of the deck, we have number 10, which is also 1. There's only one sun, so I feel like that these are powerful cards as well. Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So again, more encouragement to being your authentic self, or at least to discover who your authentic self is. And you will know when things feel right, you're following your bliss, you know you are on the right path. Okay, let's dive deeper into this with the tarot. I am using the Zodiac Tarot for this reading. We do have a solar eclipse with the new moon Leo. So if your moon is also in Leo, this is going to be a very powerful eclipse for you, Leo, because you're going to be impacted by both your moon energy and your Leo sun energy. So very powerful for those who have both sun and moon in Leo. So we begin your tarot with Ace of Cups. I love it. This is Cancer and Scorpio in Pisces. Okay, this is the healing cup. Let your joy overflow. What makes your joy overflow? Next, we have the King of Wands. Well, this is your card, Leo. You are king of the jungle. The King of Wands is your royal legal self. Your cup is overflowing with love and joy, and this is inspiring you and energizing you to take action on that energy, that power of possibilities. Okay, next we have the Page of Cups. This is about love, creativity, doing what you love. When you do what you love, follow your bliss, work, you never work. It's all play because it's all done with joy and love. Next, we have the Knight of Wands. I like this because the Knights are instigators of change, and he's riding towards these energies. And the Knight of Wands is about synchronicities, being at the right place at the right time, And I think you're going to find that happens a lot more often for you, Leo. And this is spirit, your spirit guides guiding you. And below we have the star, which is ruled by Aquarius. And we have Pluto in Aquarius at this time. And the star is wish fulfillment. It means it's written in the stars. What is meant to be is meant to be. And at this time, Leo, there are a great deal of possibilities opening up for you. Just follow your joy. Your spirit guides from the other world will be attracted to that light, and they're going to empower you. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards here for you, Leo, with the Light Seer Tarot. Okay, and we have for you the Three of Cups. I love it. With this One of Cup, you are sharing your joy. This is Maiden Mother Crone, the celebration, being inspired. And here we have Pleiades, healing as well, because this is a healing cup. This is like the Holy Grail that uh, fills you with joy and bliss. And the Three of Cups, me, myself, and I, the Maiden Mother Crone that is within each of us, connected to our feminine uh, aspects, regardless of your gender or how you associate. We all have these divine energies within us, and you are meant to, this joy, this celebration is going to fill your cup and overflow you with love and joy. And you're meant to celebrate this with others. Those who celebrate with you with joy, and you celebrate each other's accomplishments, those are the people that you want around you. On the King of Wands, we have the Lovers, doing what you love. The Lovers can also represent a choice, because you do have possibilities. And then we have the Two of Wands on the Page of Cups. This is you stepping out of your comfort zone. Here it is a card of contemplation, and here we have a globe, and this person is looking out the window. You have been contemplating something for a long time, and it's time for you to create that, to manifest that. And it might be a creative project that takes you out of your comfort zone, but by doing so, you build strength and you encourage your true self to arise. On the Knight of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups. I love it because you are following your bliss. This is a card of bliss, of wish fulfillment, again, much like the Star card, and feeling content. So you are going to be making things happen, Leo. This is beautiful energy. Okay, let's get you a dark moon card, because we will have, the new moon is the dark moon, or the day before the new moon. We have the crone moon, but we are also going to have a lunar eclipse with the Pisces full moon after the sun enters Virgo in August. Okay, and we have for you, Leo, number 19, find balance. Okay, this feels like a Libra card to me. You might want to check your natal chart to see what you might have in Libra, what planets you have in Libra, and if possible, to see what house Libra is occupying. Okay, let's read a little bit about this card. Okay, so find balance. This card represents the energy of the dark moon in Libra. Okay, the dark moon in Libra will be occurring in September. October is Libra season. And that can be around Halloween as well, although that will be Scorpio season. But that energy will go into the Halloween Samhain energy. So, anyways, this card represents the energy of the dark moon in Libra ahead of the new moon in Libra. You may have lost Libra's sense of balance, but a feather soft lightness will come from finding equilibrium. You need to be brutally honest with yourself about whether your life has gone a little bit out of kilter. Maybe it's one particular relationship that is heaving imbalance, or maybe it's everything. The dark moon is the time to release and let go. And the energy of this card is all about shedding the negativity that might otherwise stop you from feeling as though you have a balanced life, harmonious relationships, and lots to look forward to. When this card comes up, it's time to set intentions around the ideas of creating balance and harmony in your life. Have a think about what is out of sync in your life and make any necessary adjustments to restore that. And I do feel like that with the lovers, if you choose love to inspire you, and then we have the Page of Cups, which is creativity, but it's also having a sense of humor, being able to laugh at your mistakes, or as well as learning from those mistakes and letting yourself step out of your comfort zone with confidence. Okay, maybe you need to sort out your home so that it feels more beautiful. Perhaps you've been unfair on someone or even yourself, and now you need to redress that. And if you know someone's been unfair with you, it's time to process your feelings about that as well. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. And hopefully, those people that have been unfair to you, you can either reconcile with that or just ignore them, cut them out of your life, or just shine more brightly. You are ruled by the sun, Leo, and you have the power to shine. And don't let anybody kick dirt on your shine. You are meant to shine. And if your shine, your power makes other people uncomfortable, that's their problem. It's not your problem. So long as you are balanced and you're not being arrogant or egocentric, and you're shining your light because you feel the joy of life and you want others to be joyful as well. But this does not mean that you're giving your power away. Your power is your joy. Your power is being your authentic self. Some other possible meanings for this find balance card is stop being codependent, pull your weight, avoid arguments. Remind yourself you're as good as anyone else. Don't dim your light for someone else. You are meant to shine, Leo. Okay, let's get you some Isis cards to conclude your reading. Okay, here is your artwork. And we have proper burial for freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on that which no longer serves us. Osiris, Lord of the Dead, guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be part of your life so that you may be free. And that is going to help you find balance because you're carrying a burden that is not yours. Okay, here is your artwork. And we have the dark mysteries. I love it because we have the new moon in Leo, and that means the crone moon, the dark moon, is going to be in Leo. And that's going to accompany the solar eclipse, which is in Leo. So the dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. That's that Two of Wands, as well as letting go of that which no longer serves you. So the gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here, and that's opening you up to possibilities and more communication with spirit, your guides, and the other world. Here is your next card. And we have Goddess of 10,000 Names. If you have felt constrained by a role name or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging your growth from within. And I feel like that's emerging from this dark mysteries, and spirit is guiding you. And you'll know when you feel balanced. That is your power. Okay, and next, this is your artwork. And we have Pillar of Light. Pillar of light burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light. Transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis, descend your blessing and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. And that will bring you your joy, your power, and open the road to possibilities. Okay, Leo, I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If so, give a like. It helps this channel to grow. And until next time, enjoy your month of August, and blessed be, my friends. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums for your Astro-Tarot reading for the month of August. So let's dive into your reading. We'll start with Seasons of the Witch, Lammas Oracle, since Lammas occurs on August 1st and kicks off the month with the celebration of the first harvest. And we have for you, Sagittarius, Corn with number 10. Let spirit guide you and take meaningful action. Dreams become reality when combined with purposeful intent and action. Okay, and Sagittarius, you are ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter's about expanding, and that's the key word to your card. And Jupiter happens to be conjuncting with the sun at this time, and Jupiter is in Leo. So you're all fire signs. So this energy is going to trine with your energy as well. Okay, so let's read from the Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle. And we have, okay, the key words is sacred feminine energy, Mother Goddess, receptivity and balance. Let spirit guide you and take meaningful action. Dreams become reality when combined with purposeful intent and action. So, this is your invitation to open yourself up to the inner workings of your spirit and navigate your decisions and actions from a place of authenticity and balance. Corn represents both the sun and the sacred feminine, represented by the corn mother and the corn maiden. It is a symbol of tempering action with allowing what you desire to come to you. In a reading, this card is guiding you to approach situations from both the head and the heart. You are being asked to stay open to spirit while also grounding your desires in the physical world. Dreams without action are fantasy, and action without intention is wasted time. Likewise, there are times when you need to push and times when you should sit back and let things come to you. It's a constant dance of refining, always tinkering until you get just the right formula. Reread the meaning of this card while paying attention to which feels like the right path forward, action or receptivity, because that is what is required most at this time to address your question. Okay, let's get you a sun card. And I think that goes very well with the Sagittarius energy. You rule the ninth house of higher learning, and you do tend to bring your dreams into reality. Okay, from the Queen of the Sun, we have for you, Sagittarius, Ostara, Grace, with number 37. Okay, Ostara is the spring equinox. And it's about fertility, about planting those seeds, about new beginnings. What intentions do you want to plant? So, and spring equinox is initiated when the sun enters Aries, which energy also trines with you as well. So, I feel like that this is, you're meant to plant the seeds of your intentions, and you have to nourish those intentions. That's the action that you're meant to take at this time. And then you have to wait for the seeds to germinate and sprout. This is part of that give and take, that receptivity and taking action balance. The action is planting the seeds of your intentions and nourishing those seeds. And then the receptivity is being patient to let the seeds do what they do. Okay, let's get you a card from the Comfy Cozy Witch. And I do feel like that the seeds that you planted last spring with this first harvest of Lammas, that's what you're going to be harvesting, are the intentions, your seeds that you planted in the springtime, and you're meant to check in how they're progressing. Okay, we have white candle, purity and enhancement. So, what steps do you need to enhance what you are doing? This could also be a great time to do a purification ritual. This is a great time to take a salt bath or using salt in your shower. Even doing a foot soak in some salt water can be very detoxifying and helpful. Or lighting a white candle and doing a meditation and letting spirit communicate with you at this time. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have hearth magic with warmth and nourishment. And again, this is encouraging you to nourish your seeds. And yes, it does take warmth for them to want to sprout, to know that it's time for them to sprout and grow. Okay, let's get you a magical spell card because it's always fun to do magic. And for you, Sagittarius, we have success. I have no doubt. Sagittarius does tend to be successful. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. So being true to yourself, being authentic, and that could also be part of this white candle purification, is to clear yourself of those things that no longer resonate with you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have number 13 with energy, a light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. So I feel like that, again, this is the action you take to nourish your intentions. And you will have success and abundant success. So let's dive deeper into this reading with the tarot. Be sure to give a like to this if you're enjoying your reading. It helps this channel to grow. And I'm using the Zodiac Tarot. And we have for you, Sagittarius, the Ace of Cups with Cancer, Scorpio in Pisces. This is the healing cup. This is overjoyed, and your cup is overflowing with joy and love and from your success, your abundance, and your grace. Okay, next we have the King of Wands, the King of Fire. Okay, the King has now shown up in all three fire readings. And I do shuffle these cards in between the readings. And when I put the cards in, I cut the deck. And so each of these cards are put in different places. And I find this interesting because this arrangement with the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands is the same thing that showed up in the Leo reading. So if you might be a Leo rising, so you might want to watch that video, or maybe you have a powerful planet in the sign of Leo, or just see what house Leo resides at in your natal chart. But the King of Wands is ruled by Leo, and this is royal, regal energy, but the wands represent our thoughts, our ideas, our inspiration, and you're meant to take action on that which inspires you. And inspiration grows ideas and intentions that you're meant to take action on and tinker around with those ideas. Next, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, again, the Page of Cups showed up in one of the other fire reading card, or in one of the other fire readings here. And this is about your creativity and having fun. It's beginning a new project, beginning something fresh. This is fresh energy. Same with the Ace of Cups. You know, we have a lot of emotion here with the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. How are you feeling? Check in with your emotions. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Now's the time to take action and focus all of your energies in the same direction that you want to go in. Here we have Mercury in your sign, Sagittarius. So take the proper action. So you have a feeling about something, something that is emerging with joy and inspiration, and you're meant to tinker around with those ideas, be creative with it. And once something starts coagulating and coming together, that's showing you the direction that you should go in. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is ruled by Libra, and this is about being balanced. So let's get some clarifying cards here for you, Sagittarius. I do see your energy expanding and moving in the direction that you want to go. Yes, there is some preparation work for you to do. You're meant to um, take action, but let spirit guide you and take meaningful action. And you do so with grace. And then the purity and enhancement, I feel like this is you removing that which no longer serves you at this time or doesn't serve the project that you're working on. And that's part of the creativity. And once you work that out, then you know which direction to go in to succeed. Okay, on the Ace of Cups, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, this is ruled by Sagittarius. This is fun energy, and in many ways, this energy is like the Fool card. He's going on a journey, he's on a path, and he has this carefree attitude because he travels light, or she travels light, and she knows that wherever it is she's going to find whatever she needs to continue her journey. And she's being open to the road, open to the path, and being curious, because Sagittarius, you are a curious sign. Next, we have the Five of Cups on the King of Wands. This is a card of grieving and letting go. And I do feel like that you're meant to let go of certain things with grace. You know, it's important for you to grieve those losses, whatever they are, loss of relationship, loss of loved ones, just loss of your own identity at this time, because you might be in a time where you're reinventing yourself. Many people are reinventing themselves and coming into a more authentic self. That's that Pluto energy in Aquarius, asking us to let our authentic self rise up and connect with the collective. We all have a role to play, and when we come together in the collective, it too comes together. On the Page of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. Okay, the Two of Cups can certainly represent a new relationship. This is a relationship based on equality, but also appreciating the differences between the two. This is honoring your divine feminine and divine masculine energy. Regardless of your gender, we all have divine feminine, divine masculine energies within us. And with this Page of Cups, I do feel like that this is a time for you to perhaps recreate yourself, or perhaps you are entering into a new relationship that where you encourage each other to be true to who you are. On the Six of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is the golden opportunity to your success, Sagittarius. This is beautiful because when you direct your attention on your intentions, you will find success. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. It's time for you to work your magic, Sagittarius. Okay, let's get you a dark moon oracle card. And we have for you transition with number 6. And this kind of reminds me of the Page of Wands because she's on this open path, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, a golden opportunity, a portal, and the 8-8 portal, which occurs on August 8th, can be a powerful portal for many people, especially the fire signs, because it's in Leo energy. And we have Jupiter, your ruling planet, Sagittarius, conjuncting with the Sun in Leo. And Jupiter is going to be in Leo for about a year. So it can be a time of transition and being creative. You're on a path of exploring, and this can be exploring who you are at this time. Let's get you some Isis cards to conclude your reading. Okay, here is your artwork. And we have initiation. When you are being initiated into the divine mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of profound challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the opportunity for growth that can transform any challenge into an experience of healing. With compassion and cleverness, you will not burn during your challenges. You shall thrive. And with that Ostara card, which is the spring equinox and the beginning of Aries seasons, because that's when the sun in Aries, I should say, when the sun enters the sign of Aries, we have the spring equinox, which is a transition from winter, the dark winter, into the light of spring and summer. So I do feel like that you are initiating a new path, and even the Page of Wands on this Ace of Cups is helping with that healing. Here is your artwork. And we have scales of balance, and we talked about balance in your reading here, especially with Ostara, because it represents the spring equinox, but this can also represent the autumn equinox, which will occur in September. So balancing, give and take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to heal the relationship between the inner masculine and feminine energies. And we have that here with the Two of Cups, and we talked about that. So connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for the feminine energy, as it holds the secret to divine feminine wisdom. So dance, sing, and play. Here is your artwork, and we have Divine Sunchild. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. Okay, midsummer occurs when the sun enters Cancer and we have the summer solstice. And that too can be a kind of initiation. So I feel like that you are working with the energies of this spring equinox, of balancing, initiating the beginning of the astro wheel with the sun entering Aries. And then we have the divine sun child when the sun enters Cancer and we have the summer solstice. And there is this beautiful balance here for you. And it's changing you. You are using these energies to transition and have this new golden opportunity for you to move towards. Here is the artwork of your final card, and we have Divine Sisterhood. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. Beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I'm going to end it here. Please, if you enjoyed this reading, uh, give it a like. Feel free to subscribe. It helps this channel to grow. And until next time, Sagittarius, have a beautiful month of August, and blessed be, my friends.